Looks like this might do the trick.
I believe this file belongs to me. Don't you know that breaking and entering is against the law?
Well, actually, I was just cleaning up.
Cute. But don't waste my time with comedy, huh? I know exactly why you're here. Unfortunately, what you want is not in this file.
Something. There's something around here that'll prove that you ripped us off, Darley.
There is nothing here, Jimmy Lee, because nothing happened.
Now, look, I don't know how you did it, but you're living on $250,000 money. And one way or another, I'm gonna find it, pal.
Hey, look. I tried to convince you and your family that Dimitri Cassadine was a crook. But nobody wanted to believe me. Now you're all running around like a bunch of losers. I want you off of my property. Do you understand that? In fact, I want you off of these docks.
You can't fire me.
No, but I know someone who can.
Mr. Donnelly, what happened?
I came back just in time to catch a thief.
Do you want me to call the police?
No, it's not necessary. You can go now. But don't bother showing up for work, huh?
You can't touch me, Darley. I belong to the union.
Just get out of here.
Excuse me.
Get Pete Barnes on the phone for me, will you, please?
Hold, please, Dr. Donnelly.
Thank you. Pete, show Donnelly. Yeah, I have to see you right away. All right, half an hour's fine. Yeah. I want to put this in my safe penthouse, so would you put this in a security folder for me, please?
Oh, yes, sir. Your meeting with Mr. Barnes will be long. Do you want me to make some coffee?
Oh, it shouldn't take me very long to tell him that he has a thieving dock worker working for him by the name of Jimmy Lee Holt. I caught the man red-handed going through my files, Pete.
I'm sorry about that, Sean. What do you want me to do?
I want Jimmy Lee Holt fired and off these docks as of right now.
You've got it. Guys like that can give the union a bad name.
Thought you'd see it my way. Thank you.
Excuse me.
Yes,
Mr. Donnelly, this just came off the computer.
All right, fine. Now, excuse me just a minute, Pete.
Not bad news, I hope.
No, as a matter of fact, it's good news. Ship from Hong Kong is coming in ahead of schedule. It's due in at dawn. I want the cargo on that ship unloaded immediately, all right?
I'll have my men down there before dawn.
Good.
And I'll take care of Jimmy Lee as soon as he shows up.
Fine. Pete. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm being a little too hasty in firing Jimmy Lee.
You mean you don't want me to fire him?
No. After all, no harm was really done. And who am I to prevent a man from making a living? Thanks.
What really made me mad is when Frisco called me a spoiled brat of a princess just because I won a nice wedding. I'm glad I called the whole thing off.
Well, it may be off at the Quartermains, but don't you go throwing away that beautiful wedding dress.
Sonia, I don't know what you're talking about. Frisco's never gonna forgive me for all those things I said. He's right. I am a spoiled brat, and I'm still expecting to be treated like a princess.
Miss Cummings, this is for you.
For me?
Yes.
Thank you. Who's this from?
I don't know. It just arrived.
Open it up. What does it say? Let me read it out loud to you.
Miss Bobby Spencer and Mr. Jake Meyer request the honor of your company at the marriage of Miss Felicia Cummings and Mr. Andrew Frisco Jones.
I don't understand. Who could be so cruel to do something like that?
Turn around.
What?
Just turn around.
Hey!
Come on, give a guy a break. You okay?
Yes. Because I know I have a man who knows what I need and want even before I do.
Oh. Well, that's why they call me Mr. Perfect.
I suppose I know I wanted to get married in the Brownstone all along Frisco.
Because you didn't want to remind Terry of the past, right? You see, I know my wife to be better than anybody else in the whole world. Don't I?
I'm going to tell the party how I feel, but
It's a perfect time. Go ahead. Come on.
I can't.
Why not?
Well, I got the butterflies.
The butterflies? You're hungry, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, I'm starved.
Well, you know me. I always have an answer to everything. I just happen to have a little caramel kiss here. Does that sound good? Mm-hmm. Open up.
What would I do without you?
You'd starve.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I better give you a taste.
All right.
Oh, that's not it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well?
Stella, Mrs. Quartermain, real good. Real good.
It's great. You really like it?
I've never tasted anything like it.
Oh, isn't this exciting?
I think you've got a real winner here.
Oh, you sure have. But if it were my recipe, I'd bottle it up and make a fortune. But of course, you're not interested in making any money, Mrs. Quartermain.
On the contrary, my dear, having been married to Edward Quartermain for all these years, I've learned a great deal about business. Now that I have a product, I am going into business.
Mrs. Quartermain, do you mean it?
Well, why not, Stella? This is the 1980s, and women can make entrepreneurs as well as men.
No doubt about that. Just ask my wife.
Well, Lorena, I just can't picture you living in Omaha. Are you sure you're going to like it?
I'm going to love it, Claudia. It's a much bigger city than I thought, and it's very sophisticated.
Honey, but you're leaving all your friends.
I'm also going to be leaving Derek's snobby Aunt Amanda and all those other people here in town who keep judgment on me.
And they don't count one bit. I'm going to miss you.
I'm going to miss you, too. But you can bring the twins down once Derek and I get settled.
Well, if you hadn't sold me the spa, I'd bring the twins and come live with you.
Things are still that bad with Brian.
Worse. I never see him anymore. But anyway, I'm glad you're happy. And I'm even envious.
Oh! And how goes the great experiment?
Ruby, this is a real winner if my taste buds have anything to say about it.
Oh, it's wonderful. Hello, Claudia, Lorena.
Hello, Debbie. Glad to see you're taking good care of my husband.
Claudia?
Would you ladies like some relish?
Love
Is
some.
this something new, Ruby?
This is the beginning of a new career for me, Lorena.
It's a definite winner, this new product on the market she's got.
Well, then, let me taste. I feel like I've been waiting to give birth.
Fabulous.
Oh, my goodness.
I take it that means it's good.
And if you're going into business, I am your first customer.
You know, and I was thinking, why don't you offer it for sale at the spa, Claudia?
Oh, wait a minute. This is too good not to be fattening.
I'm afraid you're right. It is fattening.
Mrs. Quartermain, if you're really serious about making this into a business, I think I know a way to help.
How?
Well, bring in some of the underprivileged waterfront kids into the business. Make them partners in the operation. Have them sell it door to door.
That's a wonderful idea.
They could put the labels on the bottles. We can't afford to hire people.
Oh, yes, but if you make the kids partners, they share in the profit. Well, I know my son Willie would love to make some money.
Yeah, Willie's one of the most enterprising kids I know, and he's a great salesman.
Alan, isn't it wonderful? We're going into business.
Yeah, it's nice, Mother.
Did you find out anything?
Sean walked in on me before I could read anything. Damn. Did get a glimpse at something. A bank with a French name.
French, that means he's got to be keeping the money in Europe. Did you see the name of the bank?
Alan, I can't read French.
We got to get hold of that paper.
Alan, Sean threatened to have me fired off the docks.
Good, that means he's worried.
What are you talking about? Good, I need the job.
He'll find a way to keep it. I sure hope this is going to end soon. I can't go on living much longer here above Kelly's. It's terrible, especially knowing Donnelly's spending my money.